Hey, what is going on, my goats? My name is dannyAkaFloppy, and today, because of the resurgence of Wizard101 coming to consoles, I have a little different video for you guys today. We are ranking the worlds of Wizard101. Now, this is a project that's very passionate to myself. I grew up playing this game like since release. Like I was there when Dragon's Bar was the last world, End of Arc 1. I was there when there was just a little bit of Celestia, and all these things just kept getting added. I've been off and on this entire time, like over 10 years now. It's been really dear to my heart. Honestly, low-key, probably the game I've spent the most money on in my life. I think those pack openings have funded my gambling addiction. But we're gonna hop right into this. So starting off with our list. We've got a tier list here. So starting off, we got cinema. So if I put an arc in this tier, just imagine like playing through it is exactly how it feels like when you see that one meme that's like, you know, something like that. Editor, throw it up on screen. It's me. Anyway, next up we got no complaints, homie. Now these are worlds that like you play them, and you're just kind of like, wow, I just played through that world. Like I don't have a single complaint. That was fire. That was solid. Next up, we got Celestia. Now, these are worlds that are, they're just kind of like Celestia, you know, like they're just good, you know, they're just solid. They're the baseline. So any world like Celestia is going to go there. Next up, we got like low-key 6 or 7. So these are worlds that out of 10, they're going to rank low-key 6 or 7, just a little bit above 10, or in this case, it's our baseline, it's our middle, but we're still going to put it there. Next up, cool idea, bad execution. Speaks for itself, honestly. A world that, you know, the idea of it sounds pretty cool. Like I can see why it was pitched on paper, but the way that it was actually given to us, I'm just not the biggest fan of. Next up, we got Simply Blech. Not quite bad enough, sorry, to be in the very, very bottom tier here, but they're just not good enough to. You finish them or you're playing them, and you're like, like I have no drive to keep playing. And then finally, and honestly, our most polarizing one, we have Run Enders here. And these are worlds like when you get there, or like maybe you're halfway through it and you're like, oh my god, I don't even want to play anymore. Like I want to restart my wizard, maybe play again. So we're gonna hop right into it. And who's better than to start with Celestia here? I mean, Celestia, pretty obvious. It's gonna go in the low-key 6 or 7 tier. I think Celestia is the definition of a world that is just a little bit above average. And some people might not like it, but I do like the underwater theme. And then actually my favorite part of it is when you go above land, because it feels very tribal. I like it a lot. But I don't think it's quite good enough to make it to that Celestia tier. So I think I like to start these lists off right in the middle. I think that's a perfect one to start with, low-key 6 or 7. All right. Next up, we're just going to kind of bounce around this list here. Next up, we're going to go with Wisteria here. Now, Wisteria, I think, actually, and I didn't do this on purpose, but I think Wisteria is the definition of cool idea, bad execution. If you haven't played through Wisteria, or honestly, if you haven't played Wiz in general, would recommend it. But what Wisteria is you go to a different academy. It's very cool. They even have different kinds of magic. Like, I think instead of life magic, they have like earth magic. You know, it's kind of cool. And actually, I think it should be explored more in a future world. But I think it's very cool. I think the idea is amazing. And the fact that it's not mandatory is definitely interesting. But it's just not the world for me. I'm not a huge fan. I think it's just the definition of cool idea, bad execution. One thing I also forgot to mention, though, in my little intro there is, in case I have a little bit of trouble picking where something should go, I have some help today. And that person is King Gobbler here, King Gobblesmack. This was given me by one of my good friends. Honestly, I'm gonna shout him out. Burton, you know who you are. Burton, he goes by Bert often, slightly balding, but it's fine. He gave me this for, I believe at Christmas or maybe a birthday, but it's gonna help me if we have any issues deciding where something's gonna go. And King Gobblesmack, you got something to say?
She told me she was 18.
All right, next up, you know, let's continue down the list. We're gonna go Marleybone and Simply Bled. I mean, this might get some backlash. I know that there's some Marleybone fans out there, and honestly, I get it. It's a short world. I have a vivid memory in my mind where I started the movie Ant-Man back in like 2016 or whatever on like a brand new Death Wizard or whatever. I started the movie, and by the end of the movie, I was finishing up Big Ben. And honestly, I like a world that short, but it's just not that fun, you know, and it's very repetitive. I'm not usually one to complain about worlds being ugly. This one's just not for me. I don't know. I don't love it. Sherlock Bones. And then it does have some long dungeons. And I think that over the years, over the times, it's got better, more manageable. They shortened it even, I feel like. Just not for me, though. Especially Big Ben. I like what they're going for with like a big, really big, like that's your first like long dungeon. It's not for me. So Marleybones, it's going to have to go in Simply Bled. Because when you're playing it, it's not a run under. It's very easy to get through. It's just not that fun to do. And I'm not sure I can call it a good idea with a bad execution. I just feel like it just didn't execute the greatest. And you know what, though? Let's let's find one to put up there. Let's find one to put up in one of the higher ones. I'm gonna go with let's go with Wizard City. Why not? No complaints, homie. I mean, really, no, absolutely, especially after the most recent like changes, which I feel like were like 2 years ago now, but especially after that, I truly actually do have no complaints with Wizard City. They shortened some of the quests, which in a way, I did like them being long though. You know, it shows the new players, and honestly, there are so many times that I would restart a Wiz and just enjoy Wizard City, you know, before you have to hit the paywall. I don't know, literally no complaints. In my opinion, the correct order goes Cyclops Lane, Firecat Alley, then Triton Avenue. Just my opinion. Drop your list in the comments down below. But I just think that's how it goes. I really don't think there's any debating that. I mean, what you know about Rattlebones? Drop in the comments if you know about Rattlebones. But yeah, so I think it's just no complaints. I'm not sure I can put it at cinema. It is free though. Like, it's the only free, and like, is there ever, like, do I ever put it in cinema? I don't know. I really don't, because it's very good. I mean, what? Hold on.
Put me down, but move that shit up, twin.
All right, Gobblesmack just, I mean, I said if I was ever having trouble, Gobblesmack told me to put it in cinema, and I kind of agree. I was kind of leaning there anyway, but he said that's where his homeland is. He said that's where the goat Gobblesmack is from, over in Colossus Boulevard. So I guess it's just gonna go up there in cinema, and honestly, I have no complaints. Playing through it, it really is. It's almost a fever dream. It's just fun. It's just solid. All right, for this next world, I just don't know, because I'm so conflicted on how I feel about it. There was a time that it was like one of my least favorite worlds. It was borderline a run ender. And in fact, I have a Wiz in there right now, but I kind of like it too, which makes me feel like I have to put it right down the middle or something like that. It's either cool idea, or sorry, not that one. It's either cool idea, bad execution, or cool idea, bad execution, or low key 6-7. And I think I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna go Avalon is low key 6-7. It's just good. I mean, I like the King art, you know, story, and there's a whole card for it. The Knights of the Round Table, going around collecting them all. And that's why I think it is a cool idea. Just playing through it, it just feels a little hiccupy. I don't know what it is, and I think I'm in the minority. I think most people love Avalon. I think most people probably put in no complaints on me. Not me. I mean, honestly, I think I'm just gonna have to leave it here. Not much said there. But I'm gonna put it there. All right, next up, once again, I think this is gonna get some hate because I know most people hate this world. I'm gonna go Mushu, and Mushu is Celestia. Mushu is Celestia by definition. It's just a world that does its thing. One, what y'all know about Emerald Champion? Emerald Champion, my favorite badge to rock. It's the one that you get for completing every single side quest in Mushu, and it's low-key, so it's fun to do. You get a cool badge, and it sets you up so nicely for like getting waterworks early and stuff like that. I would highly recommend doing it. It's not hard to do at all. I would have to put it up there because it's just, I like the storyline, you know, of how you have to go defeat these different Onis that are plaguing the different versions or the different places here. I don't love the fact that you're only there to get the key to Dragonspire. I think that's a little lazy. But I will say, I'm not the biggest guy who cares that much about the story. I care more about how the world feels. Is it enjoyable to get through? And I think in this case, I think it is. There are definitely some hiccups, which is why I can't put it higher than Celestia. But overall, I think Mushu is a solid above 50%. You know, just I think it's better. But I know it gets a lot of hate. All right, this next one, I was wondering when I was gonna, you know, put the worst of the worst on here. And on it, can I say something though? I would like to say something real quick. I'm gonna put this here out of principle. But I will say I've recently been playing through this world on an Ice Wizard, I think. And after the first 2 times I played through this world, hated it. I wanted out so bad. It's so bad. I'll tell you what though, I'm playing through it now, or at least when I was, you know, a month ago when I had my membership. Chrysalis wasn't the worst, but I will say it's a straight up run ender for the fact that I've been on this world for so long, and like I just can't muster up. But I will say, compared to where it was before, and I think it's because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that they cut down the amount of quests, because there's 2 parts of Chrysalis, and oh my god, not only is it not fun, and the story isn't that interesting to me, or at least I don't really know, I don't even follow it honestly, but it's just so long. And then they had a second part, and whatever. And honestly, Morganth I was never the hugest fan of, but whatever. I think this is the definition of a world-ending world. I mean, or a run-ending world. It's just, it makes you just not want to play. And there's not much more you can say about it. Even if King Gobblesmack told me to move it up, I'm not sure I could. Best it could possibly do is simply play it, but I'm not, if Chrysalis isn't in run enders, I'm not sure what other world would be. So I've realized now I've left a lot of like top tier worlds here. And I'm going to put Zafaria. Hot take. This is my favorite world. I think Zafaria is the best world in all of Wizard 101. I think it's so fun going around collecting the students. You meet Belloc. Belloc is fire, and people don't like his battle. I think it's awesome. Because there should be difficult battles every once in a while. And it comes to a point. Sometimes you're playing Wiz and you're like, it's so repetitive, just like, you know, you're playing with a storm or as a storm. It's just blade, 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 hit. Blade, blade. But no, this one's different. I like these kind of battles. They're fun. Now, they're difficult, but they're fun. But I think it's so fun. Every single area is very beautiful. I like him a lot. The story is good. I just think it's a perfect world personally. And I know that it gets a lot of hate. I know a lot of people hate this world. They hate it. And I don't understand the hate. I really don't. I will die on this hill. Safari is the best and most fun world in the entire game. I love questing through this world. On a very similar note, I'm going to put our first one in No Complaints Homie. And that one, Mirage. Whoa, if I didn't already have like 4 others on this list right here that I kind of want to put in cinema, I would put Mirage up in cinema. And it's the closest one. If Gobblesmack told me to move it up, I 100% would.
Stop looking at me.
He didn't say anything yet. But if Gobblesmack said something, I 100% would. Here's my issue with Mirage. There are none. No complaints. As it said, literally a perfect world as far as things go. Something's holding me back from putting it up there. Yeah, I really have nothing else to say. Even like the war at the very end, like it's all very good. Would recommend making. I guess maybe the only issue, and it's not even really an issue with the world. It's just it's so far in, you don't get to play it that much, and maybe that's what's either boosting it or bringing it down for me. Just the fact that I haven't played it that much. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. That sounds good. All right, next up, we're gonna go Dragonspire. It's definitely gonna go on cool idea, bad execution. I mean, the idea of once again another academy, and the home of Malastare. I mean, Dragonspire, it should be noted, this was the end of the first arc. This was huge when it first came out. I think Labyrinth, it plays a lot better now. But oh my gosh, back in the days. And having to go back in there to get the stupid obsidian chest, which is like almost all the way done with the freaking dungeon. Whose idea was that? I can't believe. I'm so glad they took that out. Anyway, Dragonspire, it's a solid world, I will say. And I think it's just... I don't really like the 3 parts. And also, you know what? I almost want to put it in Simply Bled. I'm not going to, but I almost want to because why did they nerf Lore Masters so hard? I remember people would, everyone would. And it was just such a fun pastime. And me, myself, everyone would grind Lore Master to get these awesome spells. And they were so unique. And like when you had them, you low-key flexed on people who didn't. And they were such a PvP staple.
That's low-key real.
And you can't even get cards from it anymore. It's such a disappointment. And low-key, why it makes this world even worse. But honestly, it's very lava-y, and I like it. I like the idea of the rundown world, which is why I put it in a cool idea, but I just don't love the execution personally. I do think the final dungeon was pretty well executed, and I think Malastare's storyline was pretty good, but overall, can't give it too much there. All right, I think this guy, the Arcanum, the Arcanum, I think it's gonna have to go in Loki 6 or 7. It's not a real world, in the sense that you don't really do much questing there. You do a little bit, not a lot though. But you don't do that much questing there, and so I can't really put it too much higher than Loki 6 or 7, but I love the idea of having masters of this. You know, you have your teachers, but it's almost like going to college, and in fact, that's what you do. You graduate and you go off to a higher level of wizardry, and I really do like that idea. So I'm gonna put in one above the cool idea of bad execution, because it's a cool idea that's a pretty good execution. All right, next up, Aquila. No complaints. This is, in my mind, if they ever made Aquila a full world, I genuinely believe it would be my favorite world. I love Greek mythology. Mythology in general, awesome. The fact that it's only dungeons, I think it could help it because it makes it like so unique and everything. But I can't really put it in cinema because even though I like the story of the gods and everything like that, and I like the dungeons, I like the gameplay, I like the fact that other than Poseidon's crappy dungeon, they're all very viable. Like I know some people don't go do Kronos, and they don't do Hades and not Darkmoor, Tartarus, because another 10 levels and you got Darkmoor. That's my favorite dungeon. I love that dungeon. It's a fun one. It's a little challenging. It's when you're strong. Like I like it a lot. It's my favorite one over there. But most people, the only one that they'll do for a while, or the only one that really grind out, is Mount Olympus, which is so crucial because you keep that gear for like 30 whole levels until Waterworks, unless you're crafting, and then it's only like four levels before anyway. So a perfect world. The only reason I can't put it higher is because there's no real world there. It's just kind of a side area. But if they ever made a full Aquila world or expanded on this even more, like with the golden apples in the gate, oh my gosh, I think that would be my favorite world in the entire game. And I don't think it would be close. All right, I'll get hate for this one too. I think what I can tell is people love Imperia. I don't. I don't know what it was. Just didn't like it. Honestly, I don't really have that much to say. I'm going to keep this one short. We're kind of going long on time anyway. I don't love Imperia. It's just kind of whatever to me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really, I just didn't love the characters. I don't know. I'm not even going to explain myself. I just didn't like it. The worst world. And actually, as I was talking through, I remembered that there's one world that is actually worse than Chrysalis. And it's debatable. It's debatable because I only say this because Chrysalis is low-key grown on me ever so slightly with the most recent run. But oh my gosh, Azteca will never grow on me. I give it props because... And maybe it should go a cool idea of bad execution, but no, this is the definition of a run ender. So long. I don't like really most of the areas at all. I don't really like the mobs. I don't like. It's a cool idea with like Aztec and culture and stuff like that. I just don't think it appeared well at all. I don't know. It truly the worst world, and actually I do think I'm taking it. The fact that it goes Avalon, which at one point was a run ender for me, Azteca, Chrysalis. I never made it past there. Like, I mean, yes, of course I actually did, but holy, it took me so long to make it through those god-awful worlds. And now I like Avalon now, but these two are still the worst in the entire game, and it's not even close. And it's like, just don't even, just blitz through this, low-key pay someone on Fiverr to make it pass for you. Grizzleheim, Cinema. There's, I think I'm putting this above, above Wizard City. It's just it's absolute peak. I love the Norse mythology now. As I said, I love mythology with the Greek mythology and Aquila. I think this one is fantastic here. The fact that it's completely optional, but you get extra cards if you do it. It's so fire, honestly. And the story is good. You get extra cards. You get tons of XP. Winter Tusk is awesome. You meet Grandmother Raven for the first time. You can go on and on. It's just absolutely great. Krakatopia. No, we're going to skip that. Polaris. Cinema. Third best world in the entire game. And it's going to go like this. Hold on. Bang. Bang. There you go. This is now an accurate representation of how the world should go, honestly. Polaris, amazing. My only issue with it, but I also think it kind of works, is how short it is. It is so good. It is just, it's so good. And the fact that you go from Polaris to Mirage, it's just... Chef's kiss from such a long time on shitty arcs, crappy arcs, sorry, to two of like the best in the game. It is so nice to see. Fun fact, I made a D&D character, a Wizard101 D&D. I know, most nerdy thing I've ever said maybe, but they were from Polaris. They were a gobbler, and it was, we only played like 2 sessions because the DM was Bert. Call back Bert. But he quit because he's lame. But anyway, just a great world. I love it. It's so much fun. The rat, great villain. I like actually Cinema. Me talking myself through this, I low-key want to put it above Grizzleheim, but I don't think I can. I think Grizzleheim I played so much. Great world. All right, Krakatopia. I'm gonna get hate. People hate it. I like Krakatopia. I think it's actually so good. I love Krakatopia so much. The fact that it's a second world, they're like, oh, it's ugly, it's bad, it's lazy. I think it's good. And I also, hot take here, I think the reason they hate it is because you don't have an attack all enemy spell yet. You don't have your, Blizzard or your Meteor Strike or Tempest. You don't have those things that just make the game so autopilot. You actually have to think half the time. And I don't hate that. Yes, obviously the game gets a lot more fun once you have it, but I think Krakatopia is a good world that doesn't have it. I think there are ways that it could have been a lot worse. And I think that the areas are good. It's just a good world. I don't know why people hate it. I don't. Anyway. One world that's not on here that I played through, Caramel. I would probably put that in Run Ender. I've only played through it like once or twice. Not the biggest fan of it, honestly. I don't know if most people like it. I don't know what the community feedback, but if I had it on this list, it would be in a Run Ender category, or at most, it would be a simply bleh. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. My name is dannyAkaFloppy. This is King Gobblesmack. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. But also feel free to just leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the list. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? I have a lot up there in Cinema, but I don't know. Anyway, until next time, my name is dannyAkaFloppy. Peace.
I love it.